Good morning. You're watching DD News and I'm Preeti presenting Big Fish Show this morning. In the next 1 hour, we'll get an account of everything that's been making it to the headlines. First, the top stories we're tracking. President's rule in Maharashtra as no political party musters enough numbers to form the government. Assembly to remain in suspended animation for 6 months. BJP justifies President's rule. Opposition criticizes. Shiv Sena approaches Supreme Court against the promulgation. NCP authorizes Sharad Pawar to take further action. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reaching Brazil today for BRICS summit, says focus will be on strengthening counter-terror cooperation. During the summit, the 5 major economies aim to significantly strengthen their cooperation in science, technology and innovation. Train services resume after a 3-month interval in Kashmir Valley. Train runs between Srinagar and Baramulla. Passengers express happiness. India says nations must ensure data security for its citizens. Speaking at the Paris Peace Forum, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar asserts state and non-state actors present a clear threat to national, regional and global security. And in news from the neighborhood, Pakistan removes former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's name from the no-fly list to enable him to seek medical treatment abroad. Sharif is in prison since July 2018 for corruption. Those are the top stories. Up next, we'll get to the news in detail. President's rule has been imposed in Maharashtra. The Union Cabinet has recommended President's rule after Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari submitted a report in this regard. President Ramnath Kovind signed the proclamation under Article 356.
The political deadlock remains unbroken in Maharashtra. The House remains hung after the October 24 results. The governor explored several viable options and then suggested President's rule be imposed in the state. Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari sent his recommendation to the Home Ministry on Tuesday afternoon. The Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, discussed the political situation in the state and decided to request the President to impose central rule in the state. The President, after due deliberation, approved the Cabinet's recommendation. President's rule has been imposed 19 days after the Assembly election results were announced. The governor in his recommendation had said that he was satisfied that the government cannot be formed as per the Constitution. He therefore sends a report as per the provisions of Article 356 of the Constitution. The governor takes administrative control of the state under President's rule. The Assembly is kept in suspended animation for 6 months. However, President's rule can be revoked any time during these 6 months. The BJP has welcomed the decision. The Shiv Sena, NCP and Congress have all opposed it. The Shiv Sena has even knocked on the doors of the Supreme Court against the decision.
देखिए, महाराष्ट्र लगभग 17 दिन बीत जाने के बाद भी कोई सरकार महाराष्ट्र में नहीं बन पाई और मैं समझता हूं कि राज्यपाल स्वतंत्र हैं कि परिस्थितियों को देखते हुए जो भी राज्य के हित में हो उसके संदर्भ में अनुशंसा करके भेजे और मुझे लगता है कि जो पृष्ठभूमि महाराष्ट्र में है उसी पृष्ठभूमि में राज्यपाल ने अपनी अनुशंसा केंद्र सरकार को भेजी.
I came to know about filing of a petition by Shiv Sena challenging the communication of the governor by which the claim of Shiv Sena has been rejected with regard to formation of the government. Today I came to know about filing of the petition. I have come to the Supreme Court to collect a copy of the petition as well as to know about details of listing.
But this has not happened in a vacuum. On Monday, the Shiv Sena had claimed that both the NCP and the Congress had promised to support it in principle, but had failed to provide letters of support before the deadline of 7:30 p.m. given to it by the governor. The governor then asked the NCP whether it was in a position to form the government, giving it 24 hours to show whether it had the requisite support. The NCP is reported to have written a letter to the governor at 11 a.m. asking for 48 hours to do so. The governor declined their request and recommended President's rule. However, the NCP and Congress continue to hold meetings throughout the day, both in Delhi and Mumbai. The NCP says no government can be formed in Maharashtra without the support of the Congress and without adequate consultations between the three parties. The Congress believes that the parties can work out a common minimum program and then stake claim to form the government, after which President's rule can be revoked.
आज राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी के विधायक दल की बैठक हुई। सभी हमारे चुने हुए 54 विधायक मीटिंग में हाजिर थे। मीटिंग में प्रदेश अध्यक्ष सन्माननीय जयंत पाटिल जी ने मार्गदर्शन किया। विधिमंडल पार्टी के हमारे नेता अजीत पवार जी का मार्गदर्शन हुआ। पवार साहब स्वयं राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी का मार्गदर्शन हुआ और सभी विधायकों ने एक प्रस्ताव पारित किया है कि आगे महाराष्ट्र में एक पर्याय सरकार निर्माण करने के लिए पवार साहब को पूरी तरह से अधिकार दिया जाता है।
राष्ट्रपति रूल आ भी जाएगा तभी सत्ता में कोई भी सरकार आने में वो कोई मना नहीं कर सकते हैं। वो कब भी राष्ट्रपति राजवट लिफ्ट अप कर सकती है और नया सरकार आ सकता है।
The 288-member assembly is currently split between the BJP with 105 MLAs, Shiv Sena 56, NCP 54, Congress 44 and others 29. Even though President's rule has been imposed in the state, every attempt has been made to respect the people's mandate. With Shishir and Shama in Mumbai and Rishi and Shailendra in Delhi, DD India.
Maharashtra BJP held its core committee meeting in Mumbai and discussed the political situation in the state. After the meeting, party leader Sudhir Munktiwar justified the imposition of President's rule in the state in the current political scenario. However, he said that BJP will certainly try to ensure that people's mandate is respected and Maharashtra gets a stable government.
राष्ट्रपति राजवट कुछ पार्टियों के हट की वजह से लगी है। जनादेश स्पष्ट था, मगर गत 18 दिनों में जो पार्टियां सत्ता स्थापन करने का दावा कर रही थी, उन्होंने अपना दावा राज्यपाल महोदय के पास पेश नहीं किया। जिन गटों के आधार पे, जिन पार्टियों के समर्थन के आधार पे दावा किया जा रहा था, उन पार्टियों ने भी समर्थन का पत्र आज तक, इस क्षण तक नहीं दिया।
Alright, Shama Mishra is joining us from Mumbai to get us more. Shama, yesterday we had a very eventful day there in Maharashtra with events unfolding all throughout the day. Let us know more as to what is to be expected. Now, the papers here in Delhi are talking of how BJP, NCP and Congress could come together. What are you picking up there from ground?
Yesterday we saw that after the imposing of President's rule in Maharashtra, a lot of discussions and a lot of meetings started taking place. And like we said yesterday only in the morning that the three senior leaders of the Congress party were flying down to Mumbai and were discussing with the NCP senior leaders and NCP Chief Sharad Pawar. After the President's rule, we did see that a joint press conference by both the parties were taken, and in that they mentioned that it was just a day before that Shiv Sena had approached them officially for the support. Over there we could understand that when Shiv Sena was saying since many days that they have the support, they have the numbers to prove their majority, it was not real in all the sense, because it was just a day before the governor had given them the invitation that they had approached Congress and NCP for the support. Now NCP and Congress, they both have to understand things between themselves. They have to sort out things between themselves, and then they can move out to the third party, which is Shiv Sena, for offering support. Now the matter of ideology between Congress and Shiv Sena, or between Shiv Sena and NCP, is of a major difference, and that has to be discussed majorly. Also, this is a fact that all these three parties have to come together if they want to form a stable government, or if they want to at least tell the governor that we are ready to form the government. Here now we also saw the BJP, they also started giving out statements, and when Devendra Fadnavis, the elected leader of the legislative party, he said that currently when the mandate had been given to Mahayuti, this is not good on the front of people. Also, they would try, to between these 6 months, they would try to have a stable government and form some sort of government. Also, the issue of farmers in the state is of grave importance, because the situation is really bad here of the unseasonal rains and the damages of crops and all other related issues. So that has to be addressed. There, Shiv Sena also took a press conference where Shiv Sena Chief Uddhav Thackeray, he mentioned that they were not given ample time, whereas the BJP was given ample time. And then also over there also he would be taking discussions, meetings with the NCP and Congress. So yes, discussions and meetings would continue here in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, and we'll have to see in the next 6 months what happens, which party comes to stake claim, and which party is able to form the alliance and comes out with a new proposal.
All right, so the president's rule there is imposed for 6 months, but we'll have to see how the events still pan out there in Maharashtra. From here, we'll bring in Rajesh Raj joining us from the newsroom to talk more about what possibilities are there ahead. Rajesh, now we see Congress and Shiv Sena both together on the same side of the coin when they were separated because of the ideological differences, but we today see them on the same side of the barbed fence, I would say. Let us know more as to what options do these parties have in hand, what is to be expected today in Delhi at the Congress party's office, because the papers here in Delhi are talking of again how these two parties can come together. Can they or not?
हाँ, देखिए, राजनीतिक जो प्रेक्षक हैं वो बताते हैं कि शिवसेना और कांग्रेस के साथ आने में कहीं ना कहीं एक आइडियोलॉजी जो है वो एक बड़ी भूमिका निभा रही थी और कांग्रेस को शायद बार बार ये सोचना पड़ रहा था कि आखिर शिवसेना के साथ जाकर वो सरकार कैसे बनाए, सरकार का कैसे हिस्सा बने। हालांकि एनसीपी के जो प्रमुख हैं शरद पवार, उनके अक्रॉस द पार्टी लाइन तमाम दलों के नेताओं से अच्छे रिश्ते रहे हैं और शायद यही वजह है कि एनसीपी ने एक मजबूत पहल भी की, लेकिन कांग्रेस और एनसीपी और शिवसेना तीनों एक प्लेटफॉर्म पर नहीं बैठ पाए। लिहाजा गवर्नर द्वारा 2 दिनों का वक्त दिए जाने के बाद भी 2 दिनों तक लगातार जो है वो बैठकों का दौर चलने और रस्साकसी के बावजूद भी तीनों दल एक मत पर पहुंचकर तमाम विधायकों की सूची या फिर सरकार बनाने का मजबूत दावा जो है वो गवर्नर के सामने नहीं पेश कर पाए। हालांकि राज्यपाल ने जो सिफारिश की है राष्ट्रपति शासन की और राष्ट्रपति शासन लगा भी दिया गया है, उसमें सरकार बनाने के एक दरवाजे खुले हुए हैं इस तरह से कि असेंबली जो है, महाराष्ट्र असेंबली को डिसॉल्व नहीं किया गया है, उसको सस्पेंड रखा गया है। यानी सरकार बनाने के रास्ते अभी भी खुले हुए हैं। राष्ट्रपति शासन की मियाद जो है 6 महीने के बाद बढ़ाई जा सकती है अगर सरकार बनाने में कोई दल कामयाब नहीं हो पाता है 6 महीने तक तब, लेकिन संसद के दोनों सदनों से अनुमोदन कराना पड़ेगा और उसके बाद राष्ट्रपति शासन की मियाद को 6 महीने के बाद बढ़ाया जा सकता है। लेकिन 6 महीने का जो वक्त होता है प्रीति, बहुत बड़ा वक्त होता है, लंबा वक्त होता है और ये उम्मीद की जानी चाहिए कि जो तमाम तीनों दल जो हैं जिन्हें सरकार बनाने के लिए आगे बढ़ते हुए देखा जा रहा था, वो आखिर कोई निष्कर्ष पर पहुंच पाएंगे। अगर ऐसा हो पाता है तो ये ऑप्शन है कि सरकार बनाने का दावा अगर ये पेश करते हैं तो फिर चूंकि असेंबली सस्पेंडेड है, डिसॉल्व नहीं किया गया है, विधानसभा को भंग नहीं किया गया है, तो सरकार बनाने के जो रास्ते हैं वो खुले हुए हैं। लेकिन देखना ये होगा कि एनसीपी, कांग्रेस और शिवसेना तीनों एक प्लेटफॉर्म पर आकर किस तरीके से इस मामले को हैंडल करते हैं। सत्ता में नहीं रहने की वजह से कांग्रेस जो है वो डिमोरलाइज है और लिहाजा इसका जो असर है वो कहीं ना कहीं तीनों दलों की सेहत पर भी पड़ता हुआ दिखाई पड़ रहा है कि कांग्रेस कोई भी निर्णय लेने की स्थिति में नहीं है और निर्णय की वजह से कांग्रेस का जो दूसरा धड़ा है वो प्रेशर पॉलिटिक्स भी कर रहा है और कांग्रेस के अंदर जो है सब कुछ ठीक ठाक नहीं है शिवसेना के साथ जाने को लेकर, आइडियोलॉजी के सवाल पर अलग, और दूसरा जो उनका एक खेमा है जो महाराष्ट्र में, वो नहीं चाहता कि शिवसेना और कांग्रेस दोनों एक साथ जाकर सरकार बनाए। अब देखना होगा कि आने वाले दिनों में किस तरीके से शिवसेना कोर्ट के जरिए या फिर तीनों दल एक साथ होकर कैसे सरकार बनाने का दावा पेश करते हैं, इसके लिए हमें थोड़ा इंतजार जरूर करना होगा। बहरहाल राजनीतिक जो सियासी तापमान है महाराष्ट्र में वो बहुत जो है वो गर्म हो चला है।
All right, yes, the political temperatures are soaring there in the state. Rajesh Raj, thank you for joining us with those inputs, and also Shama, thank you for joining us from Maharashtra with those details. And as we told you, Shiv Sena has approached the Supreme Court against the decision, but reports suggest that it is not likely to get an urgent hearing. Let's talk to Vikas Sarthi. Vikas, all eyes now on Supreme Court, and it has to be seen when the case of the Vikas, if I'm audible to you, yes, let us know more what is to be expected in the court today. All eyes now are when the case will be taken up in the Supreme Court. Let us know more.
Well, Preeti, yesterday when Shiv Sena approached the Supreme Court, their main demand was of that the governor's decision of 11th November must be stayed, and Shiv Sena must be given enough time to prove majority on the House of the floor. But since the President rule has already been announced, it has been decided by the center, and President approved that decision. Now, Shiv Sena will have to file a fresh petition where it will have to challenge the President rule. So the prayers made yesterday have become infructuous because the things have changed overnight, and now Shiv Sena will come with a new petition and will seek different remedies, which was whatever said in the earlier petition has become infructuous. When this matter will come before the Supreme Court, we will have to wait and watch. At 10:30, it is very likely that Shiv Sena, Council for Shiv Sena, this matter before the Chief Justice of India, and they will seek urgent hearing. But first of all, whether the new petition is ready or not, everything depends on that. Yesterday, registry said that it is not possible to constitute a special bench because it was a holiday for Supreme Court. Today, when this matter will be mentioned before the Chief Justice of India, then we will be able to know that when this matter will come up for hearing. But so far as the prayers are concerned, everything has changed overnight, and now this matter will have to be heard on different issues.
Right. Yes, the events are unfolding at a very quick pace there in Maharashtra. Thank you so much, Vikas, for joining us with those inputs. And Brazil is all set to hold the 11th edition of the BRICS summit. As Prime Minister Modi heads to Brazil, a jam-packed schedule lies ahead of him. Apart from the summit, he will attend the closing session of BRICS Business Council and will also attend several bilateral meetings on the sidelines of the summit. The Prime Minister will lay special emphasis on efforts to counter terrorism and change in status quo on the multilateralism front.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi heads to Brasilia to participate in the 11th BRICS summit on the 13th and 14th of November. This is his second visit to Brazil. The country holds the BRICS chair and is hosting this summit.
This is a very important summit because, as you correctly pointed out, we have finished 10 years, one full decade of BRICS. Under Brazil's presidency, they have given priority to one, strengthening cooperation on science and technology. Second is strengthening cooperation on digital economy related areas. Third is strengthening, of course, people-to-people contacts. And fourth and important is strengthening cooperation on terrorism.
This is the venue here right in front of us, the Itamaraty Palace, which will be the focus of the BRICS summit, where the leaders of all the 5 nations of BRICS will converge here and reaffirm their commitment towards economic growth for an innovative future.
In his departure statement, Prime Minister Narendra Modi shared his vision for the summit. On the sidelines of the BRICS summit, he will be addressing the BRICS Business Forum and interacting with BRICS Business Council as well as the New Development Bank. He said improving economic linkages augur well for the BRICS nation.
The cooperation between BRICS countries have achieved remarkable success in building new cooperation and development mechanisms. It will help the convergence of our economies and create job opportunities and income.
On day 1 of his visit, apart from participating in the welcome ceremony, followed by the gala dinner hosted by President Bolsonaro, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also hold bilateral meetings with host President Bolsonaro. The two leaders will discuss ways to deepen the India-Brazil strategic partnership. Prime Minister highlighted the potential in sectors like trade, defense, agriculture and energy that the two countries share. He will also hold bilateral meetings with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping. This will be his first meeting with both leaders after the recent RCEP meet that saw India opting out of the free trade agreement.
I think that the decision of India is a decision that everybody has to understand, because India has analyzed internally and it has seen that it would have probably more negative consequences than positive consequences. And I believe that everybody has to think this way. One of the important aspects that Brazil wants to discuss in the BRICS meeting is the issue of sovereignty. We have to always remember that the multilateralism and the plurilateralism cannot go against the individual countries' interests.
BRICS leaders will meet the BRICS Business Council on day 2. The BRICS leaders' restricted session as well as plenary sessions will also play out on the 14th of November. A BRICS MOU between trade and investment promotion agencies will also be inked. Talking of expected outcomes, the establishment of a Women Business Alliance as well as the launch of iBRICS or an Innovation BRICS network is on the cards. The launch of a BRICS Institute Future network is also likely.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will lead the platform of BRICS in calling for a sustainable development and a joint fight against terror with cameraman Praveen Johar, Aisha Khanam, DD News, Brasilia.
And over 3 months after they were suspended, rail services in Kashmir resumed on Tuesday, bringing relief and cheer to the common man in the valley. With resumption of train services, people are a happy lot in the valley now. It was a special Tuesday in Kashmir Valley as train services resumed in the region that had been disrupted for the past 3 months. As a precautionary measure, only 2 trains will ply in the initial days between Srinagar and Baramulla from 10 am to 3 pm. The residents in the valley had to face umpteen hassles as train services had been disrupted there owing to the abrogation of Article 370. But with the resumption of train services, the people are a happy lot in the valley now. A successful trial run on the route was conducted on Monday by railway officials in Kashmir Valley, after which normal train services resumed between Srinagar and Baramulla. The centre also reiterated that the situation remains normal in Jammu and Kashmir and more development projects and schemes will be started for the people there.
रेलगाड़ियाँ भी चल रही हैं, बल्कि रियासी एक ज़िला है जिसके हमारे अभी शिक्षक यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं। विश्व का सबसे ऊंचा रेल का पुल वहाँ निर्माणाधीन है, जो एल्फिल टावर से जो पेरिस का है उससे 35 मीटर ऊंचा है।
Meanwhile, a group of teachers from Jammu and Kashmir met Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh to apprise him of the genuine problems faced by them.
जम्मू कश्मीर के अंदर एक इंडिपेंडेंट एजुकेशन कमीशन चाहते हैं हम। वो रहना चाहिए कि जिसमें पॉलिटिकल इंटरफेरेंस नहीं हो। पॉलिटिकल इंटरफेरेंस के कारण जो है ये सारा गड़बड़ रहता है। शिक्षा के अंदर के क्षेत्र के अंदर सुधार हो और राष्ट्रवाद की शिक्षा को बढ़ावा मिले। ये अलगाववाद और जितना सारा चल रहा है, धारा 370 हटने के बाद ये सारा चीज़ें अब जो ड्यूटी बनने के बाद सारी जो एजुकेशन में कैसा होना चाहिए, इसके लिए हमारा एक बहुत बड़ा रोल है। हम लोग जम्मू कश्मीर के अंदर एक सामाजिक स्तर पर भी ये सारा काम कर रहे हैं। इन सारे विषयों को लेकर के हम दिल्ली में डॉक्टर जितेंद्र जी के साथ हमारा एक 95 लोगों का डेलीगेशन मिलने के लिए जहाँ पे आया था।
Dr. Singh assured them that the situation has improved in the region and development will also pick up pace not before long.
जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि शिक्षक समाज में ओपिनियन मेकर का भी कार्य करते हैं। यदि आप उनसे बातचीत करें तो आपको स्वयं ध्यान में आएगा कि जो बदली हुई परिस्थिति है, जो नई व्यवस्था है, अनुच्छेद 370 के हटने के बाद और यूनियन टेरिटरी की स्थापना होने के बाद उससे कितने प्रभावित और कितने उत्साहित और आशावाद हैं।
Meanwhile, armed forces continue to hold a tight grip on the security situation in the valley. A terrorist was killed and a security jawan was injured in an encounter between terrorists and security forces in Gandarbal on Tuesday. With inputs from Ramatyagi in Srinagar and Vishal Baristo in Delhi, DD India. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu urged the youth to come forward for organ donation while addressing the gathering at a function organized by the Adichie organization in New Delhi on Tuesday. Vice President said that organ donation is a great work for humanity. He also stressed on the need for improving the basic facilities in the government hospitals for successful organ transplants. He emphasized to spread a word among masses about organ donation. During the program, more than 500 people took oaths to donate organs, and those people were felicitated during the program whose family members have donated organs for medical education.
यह विषय बहुत ही संवेदनशील है। यह निजी विश्वास, पारिवारिक संस्कार और संवेदन का प्रश्न है। अतः उद्देश्य की सूचिता और संकल्प निष्ठा अनिवार्य है। इस दृष्टि से आपकी भूमिका का अभिनंदनीय और अनुसरणीय है। मित्रों, मुझे उन विधवा बहनों के बारे में बताया गया जिन्होंने अपने ब्रेन डेड पति का हृदय दान दिया। किस प्रकार से जिसने उस हृदय को प्राप्त किया, उनका परिवार ने अपना हर पारिवारिक अवसर पर उन बहन का सत्कार किया उन्हें अपने परिवार का सदस्य माना। अंगदान से न केवल अपना दूसरे के शरीर में जीवित रहते हैं, बल्कि आप मानवता को जीवित रखते हैं, समाज में आत्मीयता को जीवित रखते हैं।
And also, India on Tuesday called for coordinated action by nations bilaterally or multilaterally to prevent the forces of terrorism and extremism from building presence in the digital domain. Speaking at the Paris Peace Forum on issues pertaining to governance of cyberspace, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said for specific security threats, including cyber attacks on critical infrastructures, countries should consider entering into arrangements for speedy action and mitigation. Expressing concern about threats from cyberspace, Dr. Jaishankar said that there are actors, both state and non-state, whose actions present a clear threat to national, regional and global security. India has joined France, New Zealand, Canada and several other countries in launching a major initiative to combat terrorism and extremism online and secure the internet. The initiative, Christchurch Call to Action, was named after the New Zealand city Christchurch, where 51 persons were killed in an attack on mosques. In Delhi, the pollution index climbed back to alarming levels as the air quality marked severe at many places. As per the air quality index data, the major pollutants PM 2.5 reached severe category in most of the areas across the national capital, including Lodi Road, ITO, Mathura Road, Anand Vihar, Jahangirpuri, RK Puram and Vivek Vihar. With high pollution levels, the capital and adjoining areas are also engulfed by dense smog with reduced visibility. In Odisha, the historic Bali Yatra festival begins at the Bali Yatra grounds near Mahanadi river bank in Cuttack district. The 8-day-long festival begins from the auspicious occasion of Kartik Purnima to mark its past maritime trade glory. Known as the biggest festival of eastern Odisha, the Bali Yatra hosts several cultural programs, food stalls, exhibitions and vending zones to showcase the state's traditional culture and ethnic goods. The fair also attracts traders from across India to display huge varieties of products from spices to handicrafts and handlooms. The festival Bali Yatra glorifies rich legacy of maritime trade and prosperity of ancient Kalinga. And to encourage small enterprises and self-employment across the country, the central government has launched Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. Under the scheme, small loans are given to those who want to start their own enterprise for self-employment. People of Kinnaur district of Himachal Pradesh have also availed the benefits of this scheme to start their own business by taking loans under this scheme. Let's take a look at this ground report from Himachal Pradesh's Kinnaur district.
Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is playing a pivotal role in encouraging people to take up self-employment in Himachal Pradesh's Kinnaur district. The youth have started their own businesses taking advantage of this scheme. Tubdan Lama, a resident of Kinnaur, took a loan of 5 lakh rupees to start a gift shop. Tubdan shares that he did not face any problem whatsoever in availing the loan to start his own business. His business is doing well and he's really happy.
मैं प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा लोन से ये जो है ना गिफ्ट शॉप के लिए लोन लिया बैंक से, मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं हुआ। अभी तक मेरा 1 साल पूरा हो गया, बहुत अच्छा चला हुआ है।
State Bank of India's branch in Kinnaur district has given loans to 51 people till now under this scheme, and everyone who has availed this facility has started their own business. Kuldeep Negi, another resident of Kinnaur, also took advantage of the scheme to start his own business of toys. Kuldeep is grateful to the scheme as it is only because of it that he was able to start his own business.
मैंने स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया से 2 साल पहले प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा लोन के आधार पर मैं 2 लाख रुपए का लोन लिया था। इस काम के लिए काका की टॉयज के नाम से दुकान चला रहा हूं मैं, मुझे इस लोन को लेने के लिए बैंक की तौर से कोई भी कठिनाइयाँ नहीं हुई और मैं बरकरार उनका पैसा वापस भी कर रहा हूँ।
Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is proving to be very beneficial in encouraging the youth to take up self-employment. The scheme is not only helping people strengthen their financial situation, but the people are also now not worried about finding a suitable job. Bureau Report, DD News.
Time now for a short commercial break. We'll be back in a short while. Keep watching Breakfast Show.
लगता है हाउस वार्मिंग में सबको इम्प्रेस करके छोड़ोगी।
तुम अपने काम पे ध्यान दो।
जी मैडम। एक बार आके देख लो, कहीं मैंने कोई गड़बड़ तो नहीं कर दी।
सिर्फ मेरा नाम क्यों?
अरे जिसने घर खरीदा है उसी का नाम होना चाहिए ना।
और फ्रेंड्स क्या कहेंगे?
फ्रेंड्स कहेंगे कि काश अपनी बीवी भी ऐसी होती।
पिछले 100 सालों से ऐसी हर अच्छी शुरुआत का साथ दे रहे हैं हम और हमारी न्यू एज बैंकिंग सर्विसेज यूनियन बैंक ऑफ इंडिया।
Welcome back after the break. The 550th birth anniversary of the first Sikh Guru, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, was celebrated on Tuesday with much gaiety and festivity, not only in India but other parts of the world too. In Nepal, a number of programs were organized in various parts of the country, including Kathmandu. We get you more in this report.
On the occasion of the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev in Kathmandu, Akhand Path and Shabad Kirtan were organized at Gurdwara Guru Nanak Satsang, Lalitpur. Indian Ambassador to Nepal, Manjeev Singh Puri, and hundreds of devotees from Nepal, India and other countries attended the function. Ambassador Puri awarded prizes to the winners of an essay competition organized in various schools on the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev.
What makes Nepal recognize the Sikhs as a wonderful community? मैं अपनी तरफ तो चाहूँगा कि ਜਿਹੜੀ नेपाल ਦੀ ਰੀਡਿਸਕਵਰੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਸਿੱਖੀਜ਼ਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨ ਦੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨ ਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਲੈ ਜਾਈਏ।
He also gifted the postal stamps album released by the Indian government to representatives of the Sikh community on the occasion of the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev. Devotees said they felt they were really lucky to live in a country where nearly 500 years ago Guru Nanak Dev Ji had come to meditate during his third Udasi.
हम बहुत बहुत अपने आप को खुश नसीब मानते हैं कि हम यहाँ पर हैं जहाँ पर गुरु नानक देव जी ने चरण रखे थे और उनके चरण हमारे बालाजू में हैं।
शायद गुरु नानक नेपाल नहीं आते तो हम लोग नेपाल नहीं आते। ये गुरु नानक की बख्शिश है कि वो नेपाल आए और इसके बाद धीरे धीरे सिखों का आगमन नेपाल होता चला गया।
A blood donation camp and Guru Ka Langar was also organized on the occasion. Rajkumar's report from Kathmandu, DD News.
Up next, we get to international updates. Pakistan cabinet on Tuesday decided to allow former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif to go abroad for medical treatment. The government, however, asked him to sign surety bonds, making a commitment that he would return after the treatment and face corruption charges against him. The cabinet meeting, chaired by Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, approved the removal of Sharif's name from the no-fly list. Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, PML and Supremo agreed on Friday to go to the United Kingdom for treatment, heeding doctors' advice and accepting his family's request. He was scheduled to leave for London on a Pakistan International Airlines flight on Sunday morning. However, he could not leave as his name was figuring in the no-fly list. Mauritius's incumbent Prime Minister Pravind Jugnauth was sworn in for the 5-year term on Tuesday after elections in which his coalition consolidated its grip on Parliament. Jugnauth's swearing-in took place at the residence of President Berlin Rapuri. He immediately proposed a new cabinet of 23 members. It includes 3 women, including newcomer Kalpana Kanjusha, who will take over the Gender Equality Ministry. Bolivia's former leader Evo Morales landed in Mexico seeking asylum as security forces back home quelled violence over the long-serving leftist's resignation and opponents sought an interim replacement to fill the power vacuum. Morales, who quit after weeks of protests over a disputed October election, flew in a Mexican Air Force plane from the town of Chimó. In a region divided along ideological lines over Morales' fall, Mexico's leftist government has supported his accusations of a coup against him by political rivals. In a tragic incident, at least 19 people died when a bus went down a ravine in the mountainous part of northern Peru on Tuesday. The accident near the town of Otzuco sent the bus tumbling down some 300 meters and reportedly left at least 23 other passengers injured. The accident occurred on a treacherous mountain road with winding roads, driver error, and the state of the vehicle thought to be blamed for the tragedy. Fatal traffic accidents are common on Peruvian roads, claiming thousands of lives in recent years. In the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, residents are afraid and angry after 5 civilians were killed in a suspected attack by Allied Democratic Forces rebels. The attack took place in Maimoya, that is a town in Beni, near a United Nations base. Residents were upset that neither the UN nor the armed forces of the Democratic Republic of Congo intervened to stop the attack. This attack was latest in a string of attacks by rebels in the area. The ADF, originally a Ugandan Islamist-inspired rebel group, has been operating along the Congo-Uganda border for more than 2 decades now. And in Hong Kong, a protester used a bow and arrow to fight back against police as clashes carried into the night. Anti-government protesters, including a number of students, threw petrol bombs and lit fire in a standoff against police outside the city's Chinese university. Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam said that protesters were being selfish and she hoped that universities and schools would urge students not to take part in the demonstrations. The clashes took place a day after police shot a protester at close range and a man was doused with petrol and set on fire in some of the worst violence in Chinese-ruled city in decades. Time now for another short commercial break. We'll be back in a short while. Stay with us.
लगता है हाउस वार्मिंग में सबको इम्प्रेस करके छोड़ोगी।
तुम अपने काम पे ध्यान दो।
जी मैडम। एक बार आके देख लो, कहीं मैंने कोई गड़बड़ तो नहीं कर दी।
कम कर दी ना।
सिर्फ मेरा नाम क्यों?
अरे जिसने घर खरीदा है उसी का नाम होना चाहिए ना।
और फ्रेंड्स क्या कहेंगे?
फ्रेंड्स कहेंगे कि काश अपनी बीवी भी ऐसी होती।
पिछले 100 सालों से ऐसी हर अच्छी शुरुआत का साथ दे रहे हैं हम और हमारी न्यू एज बैंकिंग सर्विसेज यूनियन बैंक ऑफ इंडिया।
Welcome back after the break in business. In Breakfast Show, it's now time to get you updates from the world of business. My co-anchor Anshul is joining us with Finance World.
Thank you very much, Preeti. And today's third trading day session, that's Wednesday. Let's have a look at those news which are making headlines in the world of business. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman attended the 6th World Congress on Rural and Agriculture Finance in New Delhi yesterday. During the event, she said that government has always put farmers' issues on the larger landscapes.
This government, both in its tenure earlier between 2014 and 19 and now, has clearly put the rural development and farmer concerns on a larger landscape of food security, national security, farmer conditions, and overall looking at what's happening to the water management and soil fertility. So the larger and the smaller issues have all been touched upon by the government through various steps that it has taken, we are looking at an India which clearly acknowledges more than proportionate dependence on rural life, more than proportionate dependence on agriculture.
Also, the finance minister emphasized that farmers should opt for ENAM, the Electronic National Agriculture Market, for them to avail better prices for their produce. She added that there is a need for the farmers to contribute in solar energy generation, participation in wind energy and installing solar panels in their farms. She said that the government wants the farmers to become an Annadata.
The ENAM is something on which I want to place emphasis, which is making sure there is an electronically operated national level marketplace where a farmer producing his produce can at his local level, using the digital platform available, is able to see which is the best place to sell his produce. The ENAM is being pushed very much by the union government, and many states have agreed also to take it up at their level.
Now, news from the company Infosys. Weeks after Infosys faced a whistleblower complaint alleging unethical practices by its top officials, another such letter has surfaced, accusing the company's chief executive officer Salil Parekh of indulging in misdeeds and urging its board to initiate action against him. The unsigned and undated letter from an employee who claimed to be working in the finance department said the whistleblower complaint was being submitted. The second whistleblower urged the chairman and the directors to act against CEO. After the earlier whistleblower allegations became public, Infosys had announced that the audit committee had begun consultations with independent internal auditor. The theme for the 39th edition of the trade fair, starting from November 14 tomorrow, is ease of doing business, inspired by India's unique achievement of rising to 63rd rank on the World Bank Ease of Doing Business Index. The fair will be inaugurated by Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Nitin Gadkari. Countries including Australia, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Bhutan, China, Egypt, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Iran, Myanmar, Nepal, Thailand, Tunisia, Turkey, UK and Vietnam would be the participating countries in the fair. This year, the status of partner country has been accorded to the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, and the Republic of Korea will be the focus country. Bihar and Jharkhand will be the focus states in this edition of the fair. Well, that's all we have in this edition of Finance World. Back to Preeti for more other news updates.
All right. Thank you, Anshul, for joining us with the updates from the world of business. Time now to get you updates from sports now. Saina Nehwal crashed out of the Hong Kong Open with a straight games loss, that is 13-21, 20-22 defeat to China's Xia Yan on Wednesday. Now, this is the second consecutive opening round defeat to the Chinese, having also gone down in the straight sets at China Open earlier this month. World number 9 Indian badminton star's run continues. She has now made opening round exits in 5 of her last 6 tournaments. Challenges are nothing new to the Real Kashmir Football Club. For a club born in a state which has faced terror, turmoil and turbulence, the uncertainty over the club's future due to impending long-term merger of I-League with ISL is least of the team's worry. Real Kashmir FC unveiled the club's 2019-2020 home jersey, dedicating it to the fans of the club. The club, which played in the I-League for the very first time last season, attracted massive crowds in both home and away games across the country, becoming one of the most loved clubs across India.
The rise of Real Kashmir, a club formed in the aftermath of the devastating Srinagar floods in 2014, has been the most heartwarming story of Indian football in recent years. In their debut season in 2017-18, Real Kashmir defeated far more experienced side to win the second division and became the first club from the state to play in the Premier Division of the I-League. The side topped the points table for most of their debut season, eventually finishing third in the season.
The jump into the I-League was accompanied by a sponsorship deal from sporting major Adidas and big clubs coming to Kashmir. The uncertainty over the club's future due to the impending long-term merger of I-League and ISL is the least of the team's owners and the players concerned.
Soon after Division 1 matches of I-League last year finished, we were all very confused that what's going to happen next. But now there is a sense of clarity. There is a time of 2 years for the final merger. There is a kind of a roadmap that has been given to us. So it gives us time to sit back, plan accordingly.
For the first time in the club's history, we've actually got expectations. We've never had expectations before. And with that comes, added pressure. All we can do is just focus on what's ahead of us. And when our first opening game is East Bengal away, which is probably the hardest fixture you could have to start with. I think this season we are stronger going forward. We've obviously got Callum have come in, we've got Subhash Singh, we signed him, Chester Paul, Vic's fit again. We've got a number of players that can score goals or create more chances.
Real Kashmir aimed to bring about a positive change, narrating an inspiring story of the Snow Leopards, as the club is popularly known. The story has redefined the real Kashmir, with football at the catalyst for change.
सिचुएशन तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा बेटर है और हमारी जो एकेडमीज़ है, जैसे अभी धीरे धीरे हमारी एकेडमीज़ आ रही है, SFA आ रहा है, रियल कश्मीर अंडर-18 है, लोन स्टार के जो एकेडमी, तो अभी सबका यही है कि अभी हम सीनियर टीम में जाएं, हार्ड वर्क करें और सीनियर टीम में जाएं.
And Real Kashmir, what they're doing on the ground as a club, in terms of the passion that they drive, the energy that they drive, the intensity that they drive with the sport, and most importantly, the hope that they drive. It was just such a beautiful story for us. It did make complete sense for us to be connected with the club and to say, this is it, this is our story, and this is the story that as a brand, Adidas as a brand should be associated with and make it bigger. So it was not rocket science at the end of the day.
The result has been unexpected. The team has scaled unprecedented heights, and despite playing in extreme temperatures and having faced numerous challenges, they are now a serious title contender. Tapush Bhattacharya's report, TD News, Delhi.
And up next, we'll get you what all has been printed in the papers here in Delhi. The first paper we picked this morning is the Times of India. The inner pages of Times of India talk of how Navy has picked the first woman officer as defence attaché. The Navy has selected its first woman officer, which comes a month after Indian Air Force posted Wing Commander Anjali Singh as the Deputy Air Attaché. Lieutenant Commander Karabi Gogoi. Now, this post is equivalent to an Army Major, and she is a naval engineer currently posted at Karwar base in Karnataka, and she has been selected for the post of Assistant Naval Attaché also at the Russian Embassy in Russia, and she will soon take up the appointment after the formalities are done. With this, the next paper we pick is the Hindustan Times. The Hindustan Times talks of how M777 regiment to get 3 made-in-India guns of the 18 howitzers, which the army is raising its first regiment. 15 are being supplied by BAE Systems and 3 by Mahindra Defence. And this would indeed give a boost to Make in India push for military hardware. That is it in the Hindustan Times. The next paper we picked this morning is the Tribune. The Tribune talks of smoggy skies in Haryana. Air quality dips again. We talked of how the temperatures are a cause of worry in the national capital. We gave you how the air quality index is worrisome this morning, and the paper talks of the smoggy skies in Haryana. Pollution Board attributes it to farm fires and scanty rainfall. Added to this, avian air arrival takes a hit. It is the season of migration of the birds, and the paper says the state has witnessed around 20% drop in the number of migratory birds this season. The rising levels of air pollution, climate change and urbanization are taking a toll on the migration of the birds. Below this, the paper also carries another story which we pick up. The bottom anchor story talks of how after Apple, the government moves to procure saffron, peach and walnut from the valley. Centre asks NABARD to step in for fair procurement of Kashmir crops. With that, I'll pick up the Times of India. The Times of India It has a jacket page which talks of this story, which says number of cyclones rose 32% in 5 years, says the Indian Met Department. The number of cyclones and severe cyclones in the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal has risen by nearly 11% in the last decade, with an alarming 32% increase recorded in the last 5 years. This is what has been said by the IMD. So most of it, this was about the papers which have been published in the national capital. Up next, we'll let you know the events which made this day, 13th of November, special in history.
Maharaja Ranjit Singh, founder of the Sikh Empire, which ruled the northwest Indian subcontinent in the early half of the 19th century, was born in Gujranwala in Pakistan. He was proclaimed the Maharaja of Punjab at the age of 21. On the same day in 1927, the world's first long mechanically ventilated underwater tunnel, the Holland Tunnel, opened between New York and New Jersey. On this day in 1971, the US space probe Mariner 9 went into orbit around Mars. NASA's Mariner 9 circled Mars and revealed dried beds of rivers that flowed billions of years ago. On the same day in 1985, a volcano in Colombia, located in the Andes Mountains of South America, erupted, sending a destructive mud flow down its slopes. Flooding claimed the lives of over 25,000 people in the town of Armero. On this day in 2014, Rohit Sharma created history by smashing the highest individual ODI score with a breathtaking knock of 264 against Sri Lanka at Kolkata.
Up next, we get you the Good News India report, a report we get for you every morning, which I'm sure would bring a smile to your faces every morning. In the report, we'll introduce Ashok Tapasvi, Fatehpur's ambulance man, who has actually transported 1,600 injured people to hospital in his own private ambulance, with no fee being charged, saving their lives and asking for nothing in return. In his spare time, Ashok Tapasvi educates anyone who cares to listen on road safety rules, using helmets, seat belts, traffic rules and so on. Take a look.
This is Ashok Tapasvi, a farmer from Fatehpur in Uttar Pradesh, who is better known as the ambulance man. He has made bringing relief to people in pain his life's purpose. Ashok has been helping transport people to the hospital for the last 12 years. Whether winter, summer or rain, his spirit has never been dampened, and he has never shied away from helping people in road accidents or other people who are injured, doing his utmost to save their lives.
जो रोड एक्सीडेंट्स में जैसे कॉल आता है हमें, हम चाहे दिन हो या रात हो तो मौके पर पहुंचना। अब तक 1600 के ऊपर लोगों को जो एक्सीडेंटल हुए हैं उनको हॉस्पिटल पहुंचाया है हमने, जिनकी जान बची है, और 385 डेड बॉडी अभी तक मैं उठा चुका हूँ।
Ashok Tapasvi started his ambulance service in 2007. First facilitating others, then he bought an ambulance himself, which he now drives. He has saved nearly 1,600 injured people by taking them to the hospital in time. He has also transported 385 dead bodies of people who have died in accidents to the mortuary. But Ashok has a more complete mission. He also conducts awareness campaigns on road safety.
अभी मैं जो 1600 जो केसेस मैंने पिकअप किए रोड एक्सीडेंट में, जो 385 डेड बॉडीज़ मैंने उठाए हैं, उसका 80% बिना हेलमेट के लोग हैं। अगर हेलमेट लगाए होते तो ब्रेन हैमरेज ना होता। 80% लोग।
Besides this, Ashok Tapasvi is a social worker and a good farmer. Truly, his work is related to saving lives, even through the produce of his land. One can say he is truly in the service of people, including in their pain, making his name Tapasvi all the more meaningful. Lokendra Singh's report from Fatehpur for Good News India, DD News.
Inspiring life he's leading there, isn't it? That's it in this edition of Breakfast Show this morning. But before we go, we leave you with glimpses of fireworks and light show at Gurdwara Bear Sahib in Sultanpur Lodi in Punjab to mark the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Take a look. Have a good day ahead. Bye-bye.